Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Forex.Today. For today's presentation, let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. So please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. My name is Wayne. I am the Chief FX Market Strategist for TradersWay.com. I'm trading currencies for a decade and a half. Here to share my experience with hopes that you become a successful Forex trader. Open an account at TradersWay.com and trade successfully for years and years and years. We would like to be your prime broker for your successful Forex trading business. Okay. Did you try YouTube, Barry? Betty? Bon dia to you. Oh, shoot. No, sorry, bro. All right, so welcome to February. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, and I'll see you tomorrow at FX Street for Trade Non-Farm Payrolls Live. Their most popular webinar. Very nice. Shoot, right? Yeah. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Let us move over to what? Oh, it's not even running. Share your screen. Un momento, por favor. Muchas gracias. Bien. Hey, I think you might see some pretty colors. So I'm trying to get the time frame here. We have support and resistance identified, and no matter which one you are, bull or bear, you'll see that, come on, that we did respect these levels. Okay. And who knows how this behaves? We don't really know how this is going to behave. A bear would have sold it here. Okay. A bull would have bought it here. So we don't really know if it's going to kick up or down. It really just depends on the market. And then the next one is up in here. Okay. So for example, if you're a bull, this was buyable. Maybe even this. Definitely this. Okay. And if you're a bear, you didn't really get one here, but you definitely got to sell here and here. I mean, you had your opportunities. Here's another one. Clearly, you could see this was a ginormous candle, right? And yet, down, 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 right? So we pulled this one down, so that was probably an hour. And then this one's been falling for that full real body. So it's interesting. I mean, there's definitely people up here. There's definitely bears up there, but there's definitely bulls here as well. So you don't really know, and that's why it's trapped on that time frame. So again, if you're kind of doing what you were supposed to do, if you're a bear looking for bearish setups, you know, it's there. And if you were a bull looking for bullish setups, they're also there. It just depends which one you are. And very often, amateur traders have no idea. They're trying to figure out what the market wants to do, and therefore they're always wrong. Look at this bearish setup, though. Just on weekly pivot points, that's a sell. Just of itself. Just in of itself, that's a sell. So for a bear, that'd be pretty attractive. They wouldn't have liked the higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high scenario, but they're waiting for the retracement down here, lower high, lower low, if they're more conservative, right? Wouldn't a bear love something like this? Okay. We don't really know if that's going to happen. What does the 55 predict? Doesn't have to happen that way, especially, right? But that's what it's suggesting that you should be cognizant of and prepare for. Whether you're a bull or a bear, there's going to be resistance up there. Okay. Daily says the 4-hour may just simply drop to this level, and then we rally up. All right. So 4-hour can double top and drop, but just to this level, and then daily 21 picks that up. Okay. I'd probably refine this a little bit off the pivot there. Okay. I still don't feel comfortable with dollar strength. Okay. So I'm not terribly interested in selling it. And we talked about this with Euro USD as well. If you were going to trade the monthly pivots and you were a bear on this pair, that's pretty much the only bearish trade that's plausible, realistically plausible for euro dollar. And if it goes up, throw it out. Baby, bathwater, and tub, throw it out. So I'm not expecting it to come down, right? But if you were a bear, I would expect you to be creating trade plans. Like, how would you trade that? Lower low, lower high, 5A cross, 2155 cross on what time frame? Would you expect that? So on and so forth, right? That's how you trade. So you would, if you were expecting this to turn bearish, you'd probably want to start seeing things like this on the 15-minute chart. What? You're just waiting. Okay. Yeah, throw in the neighbor's kids too, Ted. So what do you think? That's only if you're a bear. What if you're a bull? There's a lot of different things going on if you're a bull, right? Range. I think you're a bit out of position on this one as a bull. We kind of got in there yesterday. Let me draw this with the drawing tool. Okay, here's the high. I guess we even have a pivot there. I mean, that's what we talk about. Oops. That's what we talk about with price action, right? You could say, well, yesterday was a little bit tricky, and that's fair. So what are you going to do next is the next question, right? So what's supposed to happen between today and Friday? Something about predicting the future before it happens, blah, 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 blah. Peso strength. So that means down. We had hoped that this would have risen a lot further to here is what we had. So it only rose to the 382 Fibonacci retracement. Does that kill the trade plan? Yeah. Ted says cigars. Yeah, you know what? It's funny. I think the same 3 people over the last 3 years have been the ones that donate to the cigar fund. Nobody else. So Ted's like, cigars. I'm like, whoa, dude. I don't, amazing, huh? So Ryan says that it's a technical trade. Yeah, it's fine, right? Like, there are many different ways to measure the resistance. But if on the essentially the last day, first Friday area, well, but we're looking at the technical setup for the fundamental trade. Okay, so the basis of the trade is fundamental in nature, but on the last day, first day, let's say for faux show, we need the technical setup. So you can't just sell this pair because it's the last day or something, right? You got to look at resistance. And then there are many ways to identify resistance. Your resistance may be different than my resistance. We call that subjectivity. So is a 382 Fibonacci retracement a reasonable level of resistance? Yes or no to you guys? Okay. I would have felt more comfortable with the 50% or even a 618, but let's just face it. The dollar wasn't that strong or the peso wasn't that weak. It didn't happen. We did anticipate a bit of a retracement. We got something. Oh, wait, that's a 382 of what I wanted to get. So we didn't even get that. All right, so maybe we need to throw that out too. There's a bigger, oh yeah, so this is all set up off of a 50% fib. This is a 50% fib up here. And from that, I anticipated the low, but we didn't even get that. So that's unfortunate. So we didn't even get the 382. Shoot. Well, that messes me up a little bit. But it's interesting because this is a perfect 382 of our projected low, which we didn't get. How funny is that? So anyways, long story short, on the last day of the month, the peso magically got strong. That's quite an amazing feat, huh? Right? Remember that. We think on the last day of the month, the peso could get strong. This is the last day of the month. And we say to ourselves, this pair has a propensity to start to move downward. Pretty miraculous, don't you think? Retracement maybe, and down to the next level maybe. Only time will tell. Time and at least $2.6 billion moving to Mexico today, between today and Friday. Cool beans, right? Now, I have two embarrassing trades there. I can't remember when I took those. I don't think it was the State of the Union address. So it must have been post NFP. So they look crappy here, but maybe they looked great earlier on a 1 minute chart or something. I don't know. I can clearly see they're not good trades. But it's not my fault. Of course it's my fault. So anyways, I got two crappy trades on, but at least they're making money. So yeah. There's a lot of reasons why I don't like those trades, but I like them a lot better making money. So that's that. So I don't know. Did anybody here set up or try to set up a peso trade based on repatriation flows? Cool. So what I thought I would do is, because people have asked for a swing group for people that have completed the swing trading course, for us to put our weekly and monthly swing trades together. I thought we should meet every Sunday. For me, it's Sunday. But then I thought we should meet the last week of the month and plan the trades before the month actually starts. Would you guys appreciate that? Maybe a four-day front run type setup? So I think that's what we'll end up doing then. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe that might make sense, but that might be too much of a front run. So we might meet I mean, it depends on the first of the month, right? If it landed on a Tuesday, then that would make sense. But it might be a Friday session. And maybe all of them, like, why don't we do weekly pivots on Friday instead of Monday? But then, do I want to do that? Do I want to do a webinar Friday night? But maybe it's like Friday noon or something. So we'll ponder that. Okay. You guys have asked it. I've been delaying. I got so much work. I think I told you I'm teaching myself calculus in my spare time. And I don't have any spare time. So it's a real bitch. And then of course life and all that other kind of stuff. So I think I'm just gonna just launch the service and we'll go. And we'll just do it. So I'll send something out, and then it forces me to do it, but then it forces you to do your weekly swings too. And I think that's what we talked about, right? Like this was like hiring a gym instructor. You don't need a gym instructor if you know how to lift weights. I mean, it's lifting weights, right? But the reason you do it is because you have to, and you're kind of obligated, and it forces you to do your weekly and swing trades. So. Maybe Barry. I don't know if it's there. Sometimes there's technical problems. I don't remember why it's not there. Go. Right. It'd be monthly, Chuck. I don't have time to sell tickets. Pivots, get your pivots here. $10, get your pivots, weekly pivots. All right, so anyways. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I guess we got to do some gold. Hold me close, don't ever go. All right. Yeah, there's a bit of a warning sign going on here, right? It kind of feels like an Alamo. If you're a bull, which means you're a bear on the US dollar, you got to go here or you got to go here, but the lower one is significantly worse than the upper one. So it kind of has to move now, like not in 3 hours, kind of like now. Yeah. So Pipper says, "Oh, you have strength, just front running NFP." Remember, also very often, what you see isn't actually dollar strength or weakness or euro strength or weakness. It's people exiting much longer term positions than you're used to. Remember, an institutional investor may be in a trade for a month or 2 or 3 or 4, and you're in 4 trades a day, right? And they're in their trades for 4 months. So there could be some profit taking, euro dollar or pound dollar comes down, but it's not people actually buying dollar, which means they'll end up just selling the dollar next week, next month, whatever, right? So if you're ever wondering, like, where's all this dollar strength coming from? It may not be coming from anywhere. It may not actually be dollar strength. Yeah, the dollar is stronger relative to the euro, but it's really the euro weaker. So there was a time for about 6 months straight the euro dollar rallied, and it was not people buying the euro. And I could prove that. And it was really interesting. Yeah. So it's similar fashion. So, if you're like, I wonder if this has become an NFP. Well, people might be getting out of their trades because of NFP, but not getting into trades because of NFP, right? Touch me. No, we go to ho. We're at a critical juncture here. Okay, breakout, retracement, back to the scene of the crime. Breakout, retracement, right? You don't really want to hit the 55. If we go back to the 55, that really makes us vulnerable. If it goes like this today, expect more like that next week. Okay? What a bear would want to see here is, respect this 21. And to do that, come on, stupid Toronto. Right, we got to kind of play this area. I mean, it's already maybe too late. It may have already failed. So, if that heads up, that's either Canadian dollar weakness or US dollar strength. If it's Canadian dollar weakness, that would be oil coming down. We're at a 618, just past a roll reversal. You could easily do that and it would be just as fine. So if you're a bear on oil, your sell zone is here and here. And I had this yesterday like this, here and here. Still valid, I think. And the next one would be here if you're a bear, right? Joe, you don't ask a Canadian that. It's rude. Just because I'm Canadian, you think I know everything there is to know about NAFTA. It's rude. Right? Yeah, it's like asking your black friend, like, hey, how'd the Knicks do yesterday? Whoa, wait, because I'm African American, you think I know everything there is to know about basketball? Whoa, dude. Gotta be careful like that, Joe. There's just boundaries you don't push, man. Gee whiz. Yeah, Joe. Raised by wolves, huh, Joe? Whew. Gee whiz, Joe. How's NAFTA? Thought I was American. Look at this. This is not the face of an American. Look at that. Look at that. Gee whiz. Huh? Beautiful close shave, huh? I got the nice fancy stuff on my skin. Feels so nice. Yeah. Soft as a baby baboon's bottom. All right, so let's look at some yen. That's right. Although born in Toronto General Hospital. So we're in this predicament now. We have such good global macro that the yen is weakening again. It's hard to get out of that. How to get out of the way. So I think what I would do if I were me is I would continue going global macro. Growth would generally weaken the yen, so I'd get back on the yen, dump the yen clue train. But if it turns, be ready. Be ready. But it may not be till March that we start getting repatriation flows. You know what I mean? So there's a time when to what am I getting to? Like, we predicted a drop. We predicted a false rally, which essentially is a double top, right? And then we predicted a drop. Everything's occurred except the breakout below. So this is a significant move. And I would recognize that, let's say if we break above this, the market conditions are not favorable for that yen strengthening. That's what's key. Now, you might still think, well, the yen will strengthen tomorrow, next week, next month. But you have to recognize that the market conditions are not favorable to that theory, and that you trade a strategy that is favorable for market conditions, and then kind of have the other theory in your back pocket or front pocket or wherever, and be ready and say, oh, all right, we hit a key pivot, it's reversing, and we got that whole repatriation thing, so maybe that's it, and you, right? So you may go from bearish to sort of neutral, like you'll buy it, let it run. It's not even neutral, it's kind of both. It's the difference between long run and short run economics. So in the long run, global macro, you would say this needs to go up. Like in November, you're probably selling Japanese yen, right? In October, you're probably selling Japanese yen. But you could also be doing that in February. Then there's the shorter run stuff in between, right? Yeah, so we got close to a key level. Maybe this is just, dumb money fighting, pushing water is my new saying, right? This is just dumb money pushing water. But in that case, what I would rather do is go with the flow, just float downstream. It's so much easier, just right. So maybe this turns and drops now. Doesn't seem like it. Not on this pair. Like I never actually wanted to sell euro yen, right? But anyways, this doesn't look favorable for selling. It may tomorrow. It may Monday. But this isn't what we were looking for, was it? And we just have to be open-minded. Some people just get on this mindset and they do the one thing and they don't see reality. Our job is to see reality. We can have theories, but we need to test our theories constantly against reality. So anyways, this is a big deal. Okay. Now what about this one? Seems to be a much different situation, huh? Yeah. So maybe this one falls. Maybe it's a European currency thing. Yeah. Sure. But you'd have to look at it this way, Joe. Market conditions are more favorable to the yen strength theory than the other one, right? This is probably a better one to be selling if the yen gets strong. And that's what our job is. So all those months in advance, we did predict this, we did predict this, and we did predict this. Not bad. So now what? Well, yeah, that is the, right? $3 trillion question, is it that? Okay. Pivots suggest that that may be true if we break below this level, right? Are market conditions favorable here for selling? No. Here's this roll reversal I pointed out yesterday, or the 1, 2, 3 I pointed out yesterday. It made a higher high, retraced back, used the monthly pivot as a launch pad, or roll reversal, however you want to call it. Look at that. We're even above this area now. Very, very, very dangerous. That says to me, we are going, so we're at 156, going to 159.60. 360 pips up. Another 360 pips up. Kenny, what are you basing that on? What are you basing that on, Kenny? Kenny's. Okay. Well, I guess he's typing. All right. Okay, Kenny's writing a dissertation. Oh, there we go. Yeah, but is it good or bad? Like, how do you, what dots are you connecting? All right, so you're saying good economic data out of Asia, so Asian currencies are strong. Is that what you're surmising? But is that what you're surmising? Good economic data out of Asia, Asian currencies stronger. Trying to understand your logic here. So, right, don't give me wonky details. Is that what you're thinking? Sort of a yes or no type question. No, no, no. I'm asking you, what is the logic, Kenny? Are you saying that good economic data out of Asia should strengthen Asian currencies? Yes or no? No, okay. Because you're right. In that case, good economic data out of Asia would weaken a currency, in particular the Japanese yen. But that's one of my reasons why, on the long run, I believe the yen should weaken. I also think the euro could be at 140 or 150. Maybe not this year, but 140 this year, right? So I think dollar can weaken. I think yen can weaken, and this is all good. Okay. Bad Japanese yen, good. Bad US dollar, good. So anyways, so if you were going to move in on some of these for strong yen strength, you would maybe look at like Kiwi or Aussie, and you can see even Kiwi is breaking up above. So you have to ask yourself, are you in the business of buying things that have made, rejected at resistance, lower low, lower high, lower low? Should you have bought this? A little dangerous, I would think. These are horizontal lines. I'll just get rid of these. I think these are old support and resistance or something. something I was talking about earlier. Don't remember. All right. So I would go neutral on this. We have all year to buy this. And, again, what I'm saying is when you are looking to buy things, do you typically wait for it to, make lower lows? Well, lower low, lower high, lower low, buy. It's probably not the greatest setup. I'm trying to like search different time frames. Like even this isn't that great. What would the logic be to buy it there? Maybe this. Yeah, it's 382. Like maybe that's what a bull was thinking. Okay, but I'm throwing in some pretty big assumptions, huh? Oh, hang on. This is a big deal. Uh-huh. How dare you tell me no? All right, so where are we? Dollar pairs. Yeah. Let's see. Dollar week, dollar week, dollar strong. Weird. Dollar week, dollar strong, dollar neutral. So, dollar is weak. Aussie is weaker. No, wait, let's do this in order. Dollar is weak, and the CAD is just as weak. So, US dollar and CAD weak. But Aussie and yen are weaker. So, Aussie and yen are the weakest, followed by USD and CAD. Right? George, Jorge. Of course it's moving, Jorge. Of course it's moving. So, I suppose you're going to mention that USD Mexican peso is falling. Yeah, of course it is. What else would it be doing? So, slowly, slowly. How funny, huh? All right. So I'm just kind of looking around. That was called a relative strength exercise. Funny thing is there's a buy here. There's a buy here. Didn't quite get it there. There's a sell here. And there's a sell here. So if you want dollar strength, you have multiple setups if you think this is going to flip. Right? So you should be able to look at this and say, if I were a dollar bull and I were to trade it, I would sell here, buy here, sell here, and that's it. So one you've kind of already missed. This is set up, that's set up. This one you kind of already missed. But if you thought the dollar was going to get strong, there's your setups to start watching. So there's the peso. Jorge's like, hey, it's moving. Oh, it's retracing. Well, I'd almost disagree. I mean, there are times for pullbacks and stuff, but I think there's far more reasons for dollar weakness. But I've been a bear for so long that I don't know why people are calling for dollar strength. But I hear a lot and I don't listen. I don't need to listen, right? It's hard to listen while you preach. But I'm way fundamentally bearish on the US dollar. The only thing I could understand is if someone said, well, look at the yield differential. I'm like, okay. But that's like a textbook answer, and I don't truly believe it. Or how about this? I truly don't believe it. Yeah. So obviously now my entries, because they're piss poor entries, is hopefully going to be the place where you get your role reversal, right? So hopefully either the 382 holds or the 786. So I'm kind of stuck now. That's what I get. That's the hell I have to pay for my piss poor trades. You say dollars a hell that you can't bear, so give me my back, boy. Give me my back and go there, boy. What else could we do with this just to make it fun? Tell the daddy takes the peso away. Got the same trade here. Here. Just poor entry, but maybe it works out on the roll reversal. I didn't need to go through all the pain. But I guess I made money. I mean, you can see I was making money. So now, oops. Now I'm hoping for this. Ooh, boy, it just got slow. So now I'm hoping for something like this to save my butt. What the hell just happened? Did I just... It threw down a take profit. Gotta be careful, huh? Still gonna... No. Wow. So now that's what I'm hoping for. I just love, love, love loaning money to South Africa. Holy smokes, Katie. All right, thanks. Yeah, especially since he doesn't have to pay for it. But I love loaning South Africa money. I think I'll put it back to peso though, just because it's the trade of the day. The trade of the day brought to you by Carson's at the Bank of Mexico. Okay. Anything? Questions, concerns, comments? I think it's just got to wait for NFP now, huh? We did gold. We did some of the high yields. We did oil. We did gold, oil, commodity currencies, yens, dollars. Henley, I just did that like 90 seconds ago. Didn't I? Or was that czar? What's the difference? All right, let's go back then. Sorry. My bad, I apologize. All right, all right. No, I did do it, see? Piss poor entry. I just drew it. I just did it. Look at that, huh? Whoa, right on my line, Bubba. Right on my line. No, don't go up, don't go up. No. The dollar's a hell that I can't bear. No! If you got a problem, I'll solve it. Yeah, prayer moment. Living on a prayer. So anyways. So I'll see you tomorrow at non-farm payrolls. I'll send out an email regarding the swing trading group. I'll try to do it today so that we're ready Monday, really. I mean, you guys want to meet Sunday night, right? But I think we'll do a Friday group or something. Wouldn't that be better? Because then we don't have to be there right as they open. But I mean, I don't know. Let's plan on Sunday night if we can do this. Okay. You guys are still interested, right? If you're not interested, I won't do it. It'd be market open, Peter. So that'd be 5 p.m. New York time. Yeah. See, 1, 2, 3. See, if it's only 6 people, I won't do it. Just we need to close. Yeah, I don't know, a couple $100. But that you have to have already completed the course though too. I'm not going to teach you. We're just going to do it. So yeah, well, yeah. So it'd be something like that, right? Yeah. So anyways, peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. You have a wonderful day. Yeah. And we just got to wait for that NFP. Hey, we can cheer again. Yay! My Lira, go, 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 go. Oh, no! All right, we can make this a 9-hour webinar if you want. We could just sit here candle by candle. Hey, I've done it. Yay! Woo! Go Lira! Yeah, about 6 months ago, I got this email like, the first ever 24-hour trading session, first ever done in the world by some guru. I'm like, dude, I did that like 7 years ago. What are you talking about, you idiot? But that was pretty fun. The first ever. So whatever. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. I'll see you later. I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go. I got a class. Cheers.